This conference will now be recorded.
All right. In the last overview session, we were talking about basics of accounting, and we were also talking about what are all the different points that are available in SAP FICO, and in which we understood in FI you have baseline configurations, GL, AP, AR, cash, bank, fixed asset, taxation, integration, and then other small topics. On the other side, in controlling, we understood you have baseline config of controlling, cost element accounting, profit center accounting, internal order, product costing, profitability analysis. To begin with your SAP FICO learning, to start your SAP FICO journey, the first fundamental point which you need to understand is basic fundamentals of accounting. When we're talking about others, please go on mute, Naveen.
నువ్వు అట్లా బ్లైండ్ గా
భలే బాగుంటుంది గ్రిప్ గ్రిప్ ఇది గట్టి కట్టేసుకుని బాగుంటది.
Right. Those who are not talking, please do not unmute your mics unless you have something to ask towards the end. Or if you responded to any of my queries, talk and then immediately go on mute. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Before we start, we need to understand, we are supposed to understand basic fundamentals of accounting. Reason in SAP FICO, all we do is called as accounting, or all we do is part of your accounting. In this accounting, we need to understand what is the basic fundamental of accounting. In short, we usually talk about debit and credit. When we're talking about debit and credit, we need to know what is debit. We also need to know what is credit. In which scenario we will be using a debit, in which scenario we will be using a credit, which we already discussed in the previous session. What is debit, what is credit, nature of account, asset, liability, income, expense, everything we had a sufficient discussion in the last session. If I come down, we also understood something related to four types of account: GL, AP, AR, and then asset, in which we discussed about GL is including everything, because GL is the topic, GL is the module with which we will prepare TB, PNL balance sheet. Your complete accounting report is based on GL. And when you're talking about vendor, we're talking about accounts payable. In accounts payable, we only deal with vendor related transaction. Whatever could be the transaction, if vendor is involved, it is classified as accounts payable. Similarly, whatever is the transaction, if there is a customer involvement, we classify the transaction as accounts receivable transaction. Similarly, if you have fixed asset anywhere, we call it as asset accounting related transaction. Slowly, what we need to do based on the transaction, by looking at the entry, we should slowly understand, okay, this is related to this, and this is related to this, and this is how we need to account it. Meaning, slowly when you're looking at the transaction, we need to make sure we're in a position to understand, guess how system is behaving, how accounting is happening, how do we connect this accounting with SAP. Do not think that let me look at the configuration, let me look at the user manual, then I will understand. This will not allow you to gain confidence, knowledge in FICO. All right. So you need to make sure you're in a position to understand the process. You're in a position to map accounting into SAP, because you're not becoming a user to follow blindly whatever the way you need to follow SAP. That blind follow is to be applied only to become a user. If you wanted to become a consultant, you need to apply your mind. Understand the situation, understand the process, understand the requirement. Accordingly, see what is the suitable process that can be used in SAP FICO. For any process, for any scenario, for any requirement, there are multiple ways of doing it in SAP. It is not that only one way you can use the SAP system, you can use SAP system to meet the same requirement in multiple ways. Depending upon each consultant understanding, depending upon existing system setup, depending upon different other factors, one can follow any approach. But as a other consultant, first point is to ensure whatever is done by other FICO consultant, as a FICO consultant, we need to understand. If this is not possible, there is no point. It is as simple as like if you go to a medical store, if you give him any prescription, whatever is written by the doctor, if a medical shop person is not able to understand, something is wrong. Yes or no? You and I
Yes.
cannot read the prescription, right? But the medical shop guy can read the prescription. The doctor assistant can easily read the prescription because they are in the same field. They know what is it. You will not understand, I will not understand, but you go to a medical store, he will understand, he will give you the medicine. Meaning they know what it is. Similarly, if any other FICO consultant, if any other SAP person is talking or doing something in the system, as a FICO consultant, we need to understand either while talking or by looking at the system. If this is not happening, something is wrong with us. Something is seriously wrong, which we need to immediately fix. Don't assume that when you go to a market, what will happen. Let me show you few points here. First point, if you look at existing system, when I'm talking about existing system, when I'm talking about I'm getting a job, if the system is already existing, in short, SAP system is already existing, I am getting into a job. I may be into a support project or I may be into a rollout project. Am I correct?
Correct.
In the existing system, I can say I am working in a implementation, I am working in a support, I am working in a rollout, I am working in migration and so on. If SAP system is already existing, it is not implementation, it is either support or rollout or upgradation, this kind of a thing we will talk. Now in this situation, first point, you have to pay attention on what is your current level when you go to the market. Blindly don't enter the market. When I say blindly don't enter the market, most of us will be thinking that, okay, I completed my learning, I did my sufficient practice, I am now confident, let me enter the market. People will enter the market, somehow they will be able to manage and clear the interview. But once you join the project, your actual problem begins. To the market, you are not a fresher. Even if you are a fresher, it is an indication. For example, we are in a project. There are 2 points. Point number 1, experienced FICO. Point number 2, fresher FICO. Most likely, which option is chosen by the many of the people? Point number 1 or point number 2?
Point number one.
Point number one.
Point number 1 is majoritarily chosen by the different people to get into the market. Okay. Next one, point number 1, in this, now first set, we are assuming that everybody will choose experienced category. In the second set, do we need awareness on SAP FICO or we do not need any awareness on FICO?
We need.
You need.
Not aware of it. Aware of.
When you are in a project, are you supposed to have what is SAP FICO or you are not supposed to have what is SAP FICO? Can I say I got a SAP FICO job, but I don't have any knowledge, I don't have any idea, any awareness of a FICO, but I got the job somehow? No, right? That will not work or that will work?
No.
It will not work. Reason, when you enter the market, nobody is concerned about your background. When I say when you enter the market, when you get a job, nobody is concerned, nobody cares about whether you are experienced FICO, you are a fresher FICO, nobody is concerned. Point number one, keep in your mind. Nobody cares whether you have experience, you do not have experience. It is immaterial to them. What they want is whether you have sufficient awareness of SAP FICO, sufficient knowledge, sufficient understanding of a FICO or not is what they will see. Here you must say this. No matter how you are entering, whether you are an experienced or you are a fresher. Now, when we are talking about fresher, only one point we need to look at. Are you a campus recruitment hire, or are you a candidate who got the job right after your academic completion? Anybody is with that category? Only they are called as fresher. Otherwise, you are not fresher. If you are in 2025, anybody who completes their BCom in 2025, BSc in 2025, BTech in 2025, MBA, MCA, MTech, all these kind of categories will fall under fresher in SAP FICO. Anybody who is writing your final semester exams this year, who will pass out this year, or everybody already passed out last year or before? Everybody already passed out, am I right? Then you are not categorized as a fresher. You are not categorized as fresher. To the market, when you go, you will go stating, I know SAP FICO. Forget about whether you have experience or you do not have. We tell that I know SAP FICO, am I right? Maybe because you got trained, maybe because you understood, maybe because you practiced, XYZ reason. All of us will tell that I know SAP FICO, I can work on SAP FICO, yes or no?
Yes.
Is that how you're all getting into the market? By learning SAP FICO, getting trained on SAP FICO, sitting for a couple of months, day and night reading, practicing, meaning you cannot say that I am completely fresher to SAP. You should never reveal it. Your knowledge is to talk about your experience, your knowledge is to talk about your skill set. You should never put any exceptions stating I know but I don't have any experience. These kind of punchlines don't add. When you talk, everything is automatically understood to the other person. And everybody is smart. Everybody can easily guess where is the right talent, where is the right candidate. Anybody can easily guess. Anybody can easily identify. When you enter the market, you need to ensure the basic fundamental things you are comfortable in SAP FICO. Because once you get a job and we are in a project, assume anybody will directly give you the work. Anybody will directly ask you to do certain things. Nobody will tell you, okay, you are fresher, please come, I will show this is how you need to do it. Like this, you do the other thing. Nobody will show you this. Nobody will show you this. Everybody will expect you to perform directly in the project. Let's say in SAP FICO, we are all aware that what we will do in FICO configuration. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
In SAP FICO, we are all aware we will do or we will work on config. And in this configuration, point number one, let's say you're in a project. I am also in the project. I am a senior consultant, or you are a senior consultant. I am a new joinee that I joined in your project. Now you have a lot of work in the project. And when I joined the project, I was introduced to you stating, Ajay is a new FICO consultant working in your project. You said, okay. And then what you will do, you will not wait until I get my laptop. You will not wait until I get my system access, right? Instead, in every company, there will be a spare laptop, additional laptop, at least a desktop.
Yes.
If nothing is there, I will tell you to bring your laptop. If there is nothing, your company will tell, please use your personal laptop. And when you use your personal laptop, in your personal laptop or in any of the existing office laptop, they will install SAP. In short, all the laptops in any SAP company will have SAP pre-installed. No need of any IT person to set up and all. The moment you receive the laptop, it contains SAP logon pad by default. And what they will do, they will give you the system connection properties. They'll say that, okay, this is development, quality, production. Go through the system, explore the system, understand the system, come back to me, ask me if you have any doubt. Now here the situations are completely different right from the day one. They are directly giving you the system. They are telling this is development, this is quality, this is production. Go through the system. We are all using SAP standard functionality only. No major customization. Maximum or most of the process is SAP standard. Go through the system and ask me if you get any doubt. What will you do? You need to ensure you're in a position to do it there.
Sir.
You cannot ask what is our company code. You cannot ask what is the T code. You cannot ask this because to them you are a candidate who knows SAP FICO. Forget about you have experience, you don't have experience. It is nothing to play a role there. They are believing in you, your knowledge, not in your experience. Yes or no? Am I correct? You are getting job because you are able to talk, because you are able to perform, because you are able to prove you have the knowledge on FICO. That is what is making you get a job, not that, okay, your past company is X, your previous company is Y, your previous company is Z. Because of that, you are not getting job. You are getting job because you have the subject, you have the knowledge. Make sure you prove this knowledge, you prove this subject after joining the company in a proper manner so that your knowledge will save you. Otherwise, the way you get the job, the way you lose the job. You feel that it's very easy. Simply, I could clear my interview. Similarly, after getting job, I lost my job simply for no reason. I was terminated. I was asked to resign. Reason they understood this candidate cannot perform. And nobody will have that much time to train you once you get the job. Keep these points strictly in your mind. Accordingly, put your effort to learn the subject. When somebody is giving the offer letter, nobody is giving you the offer letter to train you in the company, right? Yes or no? Unless you are recruited as a fresher, unless you are recruited as a trainee, intern candidate. That is completely ruled out for all of us. So put your effort in such a way, assuming this is what is your situation when you get a job. Now in the configuration, let's say I'm a new consultant, you are an existing consultant, you asked me to set up something in GL. You asked me to set up something in GL, or in GL, everybody is aware of GL. You asked me to create something called new account group. Possible or not? Let's say you asked me to please create a new account group. Okay, I know new account group. I can create it through OBD4. Now I should know how to create it, what to create it. Let's say new account group, they said create 1180, let's say other assets. Something like this they told. Create 1180 other assets, the account group. What I need to do here? After telling create a new account group, use OBD4T code, use 1180, give description, other asset. Anything else I need to know? Anything else that you need to tell me? Everything is in front of me now. Yes or no? T code is in front of
Yes.
me. Code is in front of me. Description is also in front of me. What else I need? Nothing. Now I need to understand how exactly configuration is done in a project. Am I right? Blindly I cannot go and do the config, right?
Yes.
Blindly I cannot go and do the config. You should know how config is done in a project. Now you need to understand, okay, to do the config, we need to understand something called system landscape. In the system landscape, you need to know one is development config system. Okay, now second one, or let's say, let me put 1.1. I'll put 1.2 development testing system, where we need to configure the account group in 1.1 or 1.2.
1.1.
1.1, and here you will have something like client 100, client 200, something like that you will have, and you need to know this. I do not know this. I will directly go do the configuration. I'm creating a big mess in the project, and nobody will have trust. Nobody will even believe you that you worked in SAP FICO, that you know SAP FICO. If you are having any kind of even 1% doubt you have on this point, 100% this will give a information to the other person that you do not have any sufficient knowledge on the FICO. No need to verify anything. Simple points will reveal everything. They don't need to ask any complicated question. They don't need to ask you to work on any complicated scenario. Nothing is required. Simple configuration. I just want you to create account group and then show me. Will prove your level, will prove your skill set. If you know, if you already worked, if you know how a consultant works, you will keep quiet, work and then show it to me. If not, you'll not do anything. Even if it is 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, I'll tell done. No, I'm doing it. Just 2 minutes. I'm completing it. Because I do not know where to do. I do not know how to do it. I may be busy in searching Google. I may be asking my friends or so on. Even after having everything in front of me, I am still finding it difficult to perform in the project. Reason, I am not confident. I'm not sure if this is how I need to do. That is because of a fear. That is because we do not know how exactly we do it. But unfortunately, everybody would have practiced this so many times in the practice. During training, during your learning, practice, preparation, yes or no? Everything, every topic, every day you would have done the configuration practice. Am I correct? Still, in the project, when you're given a simple task to configure, we are stuck. We are clueless. We are not confident. Reason? We are practicing, but our practice is not helping us. Such kind of a practice, such kind of a preparation, please don't do it. Do anything considering this will help you in the project. If you are taking time to understand, you're moving slowly, it's okay, nothing wrong in it. Go slowly, learn slowly only, but make sure when you go to the project, when you go to a company, don't fail there. Don't get into a situation where you cannot justify anything, where you might end up losing your job. Don't get into that situation. It's okay you enter the market late. It's okay you learn late. It is fine. Nothing is wrong in it. Because you're improving yourself, you're learning something, you're improving your knowledge. Definitely this will take time. And you need to have that patience. Otherwise, what will happen? No, show me everything. Give me recordings. I will watch. I will refer. Every month I will sit a lot of hours a day. All this kind of thing practically will not work. The soon you realize the reality, it is better for you to sit, put your effort. Otherwise, we think, okay, nothing to worry. I have the recording and all. Nothing will help tomorrow. Only your knowledge, only your understanding will be your savior. This is what I need to do. I need to configure in client 100. Then I need to copy the configuration from client 100 to client 200. Meaning, whenever you do a configuration, you get TR. TR means transport request. And then here you will have one is customizing, other one is
Workbench.
workbench. You will get customizing request, you will get workbench request. Where you will get this? You will get this in client 100. How you will bring this into client 200? By copying a TR, how do you copy a TR? From 100 to 200?
SCC1.
You will use SCC1. Like
Yes.
copy config from client 100 to 200 using SCC1 T code. All these points you are supposed to know. Nobody will tell you. You cannot Google, you cannot ask, you cannot delay. That's it. There are certain things where your delay, your acting will not work. These are all such a situations, such a scenarios. You cannot do any kind of smart work here. And you cannot say, sorry, I forgot, give me 2 minutes, nothing. This work will not take even a minute. You are asking for 2 minutes. Because we do not know where you can say that, okay, give me some time. You cannot say where you can say, I am not aware of it, but you do not know where you cannot say this. There are certain things, if you do not know, it is not a good sign. If you do not know, it is not a good sign. That's it. Simple. Your total experience, your profile, your background, everything is revealed in 1 second, 1 minute. If I'm not able to do it, if I say I have 5 years of SAP FICO experience, I did SAP FICO training, I practiced for 7 months, 6 months, 1 year, will you believe in me?
No.
If I'm not able to do this, if I'm unable to complete this on time and then give it to you in the project, nobody will believe it. This is fact. If you are in that situation, you will also say that, no, I don't want this candidate in my project. Because if I'm not able to perform well, project will not do well, issues will get increased, client or users will start complaining, no, this candidate is not understanding anything, he's not responding on time, he's not solving my issues on time. Am I correct? There will be a pressure from the client to replace the consultant. There will be pressure from the user client stating that, no, please replace Ajay, that's it. We don't want him in the project. Change Ajay because he is not able to understand. Change Ajay because he is not able to talk to the user. He is not able to convince the user. He is not closing the issues on the spot or immediately. Positive feedback, negative feedback.
Very negative.
And in that situation, will you say, no, 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 please trust me. I will make sure Ajay will become, full transformation and all? No. Because it's an impact on the project. It's an impact on the company. And they will say that, no, this company will always put all, unskilled candidates, semi-skilled candidate. They put candidates without any potential capability. It gives a different projection. And what everybody will do, project manager especially, immediately replace the candidate. Tomorrow there will be a new consultant for FICO. That's it. Today is the last. Surprisingly, today is the last in the project, or shockingly, today is the last day in the company itself. Maybe today itself they will tell, keep everything here, please go home. Don't come to the office tomorrow. That's it. Many incidents like this, so many. Why? Because these are the reasons. We are assuming I will practice, sit, watch this video, refer that material, this material, practice 10 times, 100 times for what? You need to prove yourself by talking, by working. If you are unable to meet these 2 points, you will not perform in any project. And remember, in the current situation out in the market, every job is a remote job. Am I correct? Hybrid model. Go to office 1 day, 2 day a week. Remaining 3 days, sit at home and then work. When you're sitting at home, do you really think somebody will help you? When you're working from home, do you really think that somebody will help you?
No.
If you're talking about, no, I can take help from my friend, I'm taking XYZ support and all, they will not work out. They do not know what is your client business process, right? It's easy for anybody to tell, okay, you do this, you do this. They do not know what is the process implemented there. They do not know what is the requirement there. If you know everything, you don't need others' help. You did not understand clearly, so you're asking others. Or Google. Google is telling, others are telling, do this, make that. You will do it there. If that is going wrong, who will be blamed? Can you tell, no, 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 he told me to do like this. Can you tell this to your project team? No, 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 I saw in Google like this only it is mentioned. I did as per Google. Can we say this if something goes wrong? Or you have to take the responsibility, ownership? What to do? In project, I did something, but that went wrong. Issue is not solved. Instead, issue is complicated. Now, can I tell anybody, no, actually, I asked my friend, he told me to do this. He told me to delete this. He told me to add this. He told me to make this change. I did it, but it did not work. Can I say and bring my friend's name?
No.
No.
Or can I say, actually, I referred one YouTube video. I Googled it. I saw this link. In this link, it is mentioned to do like this. I did it like this. Can I show that Google link to my project manager or my senior, my colleague, client? As per this, I did, but I'm not sure why this is not working. Can I say this?
No.
No, I cannot.
I have to take the ownership. No other go. I should not talk this. I have to take the ownership. But we are not realizing it. When I say we are not realizing it, we are assuming one issue will come. Somebody will ask you to do some configuration. Go to Google, go to YouTube, collect the material document. You will get everything. Do it. This is what is our understanding. This is what is our perception, which is completely wrong in the real environment. Unless we realize the different points, we will not get that seriousness. Once you get the seriousness, no need for anybody to explain anything to you. Nobody can create any kind of, unwanted stuff in your mind. You are smart enough to understand, guess what is right, what is not right. Otherwise, whatever you hear, you will feel and you will believe it. Because we are not sure about it. When you are not sure, whatever somebody is tell, you have to tell, yes, correct, I understood only. Okay, here this is what you'll have to do a config. Now, when you do this configuration, you'll have to do some kind of a testing also. You'll have to do some kind of testing. First testing that you do as a consultant is what?
IT test.
Unit testing. In short, you call it as UT or FUT, functional unit testing. Where you will perform this testing? 100 or 200?
200.
200.
Development 200 is where you do this testing. In development 100 you are doing the config. In development 200 you are doing the testing. Am I right? So config are we
Yes.
doing one time or config are we doing 2 times?
1 time.
On time.
Config is only one time. Configuration is only one time, and this configuration will be transferred to development 200 by copying the config with SAC1 T code. When you do a testing here, you did a testing here. Once the testing is completed, are we supposed to prepare document or not?
Yes.
Right? We are supposed to prepare UT document. When you are preparing a UT document, you need to prepare a document, Word document, step by step screenshots what you did. Yes, no?
Yes.
Step by step screenshots you'll have to prepare. Currently, what we are all doing, we are all referring step by step screenshot material. When you become a consultant, right from day one, you have to prepare the document. From referring to a document, you should transform to preparing a document. Huge difference is there. Not so easy. You can do it just like that by joining a company, unless you do not know these points. You'll have to prepare a UT document, and when you prepare a UT document, you need to check whether this is working fine or not. When you're preparing a UT document, you need to check. What check? This is called as self-check. Nobody will come and check this is correct, this is not correct, right? You need to make sure you're in a position to self-evaluate whether what you did is correct or not by creating a test case, executing a test case, looking at the result, ensuring yes, this is what the requirement that we got. This is what is the business requirement. This is what is the client need. And how you will create this? By executing test cases. Who will give you the test cases? Who will decide the test case? Based on the business requirement, based on their current process, based on the proposed business process, you need to write down in your process in SAP. This is how you will be using it. Accordingly, you need to put the different test cases. When you're talking about test cases, are test cases related to configurations? Is test case related to config?
Yes.
No.
No, sir.
This is related to master and transaction and then report. You cannot test configuration, right? You can only test if master is getting created, transaction is getting created, report is giving the output or not. Am I right? To do all this, you'll have to do a configuration. Now, if you are creating like this, okay, you are creating one account group. How do you proceed further? You have to create this in development 100, copy this to development 200, and then you need to test it. How will you test it? You need to understand
By
what is this
posting
account
info.
group. Right? First, you need to create a GL master. Am I right? First, you'll have to create a GL master from that account group. Make sure GL is created. You post an entry, make sure entry is getting posted. Pull a report, make sure report is giving the output. Then only you say that, okay, this account group is now working fine. Otherwise, when you say that only group is created, okay, you can use it now. When I try to create a master, I may be getting some error. When I'm trying to create a transaction, I may be getting an error. When I'm trying to generate a report, I may be getting error of any reason, of any type. Then again, you need to rework on it. When these things are happening, we need to rework on it. You need to avoid this. Those who know all the fundamental points like this, only they can survive in the market. You do not know, don't expect somebody will make you understand this. It is not a training center when you join a job. When you get a job, forget about the training. Make sure you are in a position to learn, understand things on your own. You'll have to come out of your training mindset and make sure you are in a position to understand the situation, requirement, accordingly apply your mind. If you know you do not know, it is okay. But you should be self-sufficient to handle your work. Let's say this is what I've done. Simple requirement from your GL. Similarly, if I say from AP, accounts payable, let's say one of the vendor had given you the invoice. In the accounts payable, what we do is creating invoice, recording vendor related transaction. Am I right? If you got a new invoice from the vendor which says pay in 25 days with 2% discount and the net 30 days. What is this called as?
Payment term.
This is called as payment term. Let's say your user is trying to enter an invoice, and on the invoice vendor had listed, assuming this is a new vendor, or you had changed the terms and conditions from the vendor. This is a new vendor, or we had changed the terms and conditions with the vendor. Going forward, vendor is telling this term you can apply. Please pay within 25 days by taking 2% discount, or you pay total amount in 30 days. Now, this payment term is currently not available in the system, and user is telling, please create this payment term. Now you are a senior consultant and I'm a new consultant joined in your project. You will sit and do it, or you will ask me to do it? If I'm a new joinee in your project, you will ask me to do this because it is a very simple task, or you will do yourself? What will you do?
Sir, it is a basic
Ask you to.
task, so anyone will give this to the fresher.
Right? Assuming that I joined as a project, as I joined as a consultant in your project, you will definitely give it to me. Right? When you give it to me, I cannot tell, no, I don't know. I have not done any config before. I'm not part of any implementation before. I never did any configurations before. Sorry, no, it takes some more time for me. Can I say this?
No.
No. Right? Next one, I will tell you, okay, please create a payment term. Then I will tell you what payment term to be created. Let's say, anybody, any idea what is the T code for creating this payment term?
OBB8.
OB?
OBB8.
Okay, I will tell go to OBB8, create a payment term, probably let's say Z125, something like this. Z125, let's say 2% discount, 25 days, net 30 days, something like this I gave. Now technically you got every information. You got T code, you got code, you got the description, everything you got it. Anything left in this? Everything is clear? Now again I need to do what? Configuration. Same thing, I should know where to configure. I should know, okay, when I look at SAP logon pad, when I look at SAP logon pad like this, I will find so many connections in this way. I should know where to go and log in. Can I ask, please tell me where should I do this config? Is it okay if I put this question?
No.
You will see me like I'm an alien, right? From where you came to this world. Right? First of all, I will feel so uncomfortable to ask this question where to log in. Because I know I cannot ask this question to anybody. If I ask, anybody can easily know that I do not know anything about SAP. So what I will do, I will try to Google, I will try to ask my friend, right? You may get help, you may not get help. Nobody knows. And that is not guaranteed because you're trusting somebody blindly and you do not know the impact of it. And this impact might cause anything or it might cost anything for you. I should know, okay, I should go to development. When I click on development or whatsoever, what I need to do, I need to make sure where I should log in. Here you have the client number. All this information you need to ask confidently to your existing team member, to your existing consultant. They will only tell you, but if they are not telling, you need to answer. You need to ask. Even to ask, you need that courage, you need that confidence. Sometimes people will not tell you certain things just to check whether you're blindly following or you're asking me what is required additionally. You will be tested. Anyone who joins the project, remember, they will be under observation. When I say they will be under observation, you do not know who is observing your performance. You do not know who is observing your behavior. You never know who is doing it. But there are strict instructions from the project manager or from the project team to observe, monitor this consultant, how he or she is performing. You may be assuming it's all good and all, don't do it. Don't slip your tongue in any situation, no matter what. Okay, you need to know this. After knowing all this, after logging in, you need to ensure you will set up the system. Same thing, go to development 100, configure the system, and to do the testing, go to development 200, copy the config, SEC1, and then do a testing. To do a testing, you need a test case. Don't ask any test case. By looking at the example, by looking at the scenario, you should know how to execute a test case. To execute this test case, what you need to do, you need to create a vendor, or you take existing vendor. Put this payment term in the vendor master or change in the vendor master. Create an invoice. Make sure automatically this payment term is applied to this vendor. Or by creating an invoice document, make sure you are able to change payment term to this. Notice the dates. What is the date that you are entering the invoice? Accordingly, on what date your 2% discount is due? On what date your net amount is due? Once invoice is posted, go to line item report, calculate the due date, and then process the payment. While processing the payment, check if you are able to capture 2% discount or not. You'll have to test in two situations. Situation number one, payment term by capturing a discount, payment term by not capturing the discount. Once everything is done, now you need to inform the user that it is now available. To inform the user, you need to make sure you would have prepared a config document, unit testing document. Somebody in your project verified, yes, this is correct. You can send it for UAT, release it for UAT. Then you need to make sure, how do I release it for UAT? How do I initiate UAT? Now you'll have to bring your configuration from development to quality for UAT. Am I right? We need to bring configuration from development to quality system for UAT. To do this, you'll have to import the request, import the configuration. To import the configuration, you need to first release the TR. Release the TR in development 100 using SE09 and go to quality system, import the TR in quality by using stms underscore import. When you do it, your TR will sit in the quality system. Now here in every project, it is not the same. In some project, as a FICO, you can import the TR. In some project, as a FICO, you cannot import the TR. You need to ask basis consultant to release the TR or to import the TR. You need to understand how TR movement is happening in this project, in this company. You need to ask, they will tell you. If you keep quiet assuming, okay, this is how I will do it, you will make mistake in such a way that you will get a negative impression. Don't make things which will give you negative impression when you join a project. It will take long time to get out of that negative impression. Convert that negative into positive is a big task for anybody. Your initial impression is always good one. Make sure your impression is with your work, not with your acting or not with your sweet words, all this kind of thing. All these things will never work. With your work, you'll have to get positive feedback, positive impression. For that, no other go you need to perform. When you are performing, everybody will be happy. Reason, if you are working as a consultant, I joined your project. If I am able to simplify your work, if I'm able to share your work, if I'm able to help you in the work, you will feel comfortable. Because of my work, your work is impacted, your work is increased because I'm making a lot of mistake. When you ask me to do something, I'm not able to understand. When I'm talking to the user, I'm not able to understand. User is again calling me, please, you only work on it. He's not able to understand. Will you feel happy or you will not feel happy with me? If my performance is increasing your work, you will be okay or you will not be okay? You will straight away go to project manager and then tell, no, because of this candidate, my work is increased. I have to tell everything to him 1 or 2 times. He is not able to understand. It is better I will only do everything. Am I correct? Because situations will come in different ways. Those who are able to meet, those who are able to sustain, those who are able to perform in these situations, at least those who are aware of these situations, how to handle, they will survive without any difficulty. You know what would be the requirement, you know how you need to handle it. You can easily survive, you can easily manage without any fear, without any this problem. Otherwise, these are all the basics that I'm talking. I'm not talking about any complicated scenario. I'm not talking about any situation where you need to really have a problem. These are all the situations which one must do it. When I say these are all the situations, one must do it, no other go. If you are unable to do it, you cannot say I know SAP FICO. You cannot say I can perform it. You cannot say I have learnt SAP, I have experience, nothing doing. Might look a little tricky, might look a little scary, but this is the reality, unfortunately. When you're learning, it is not about you know this, you know this. If you Google it, do you not get to know how to create this in SAP? If you YouTube, you will not get to know. Step by step, you will find a video. Step by step, you will find a document. Am I right? But how to create it? What is the requirement? How to test it? What documentation to be done? You have to know everything with respect to your project. If we realize it, if we try to understand it, you will do it without any difficulty. If we forget it, we try to apply general SAP FICO knowledge, it will not work. You'll have to apply your FICO knowledge personalized into the respective project that you're working. Company to company, project to project, consultant to consultant, the way they see, the way they work is different. According to the project, according to the team that you're working, in line with it, you have to adjust your working style. That is again your consulting skill set. No, in my previous company, we did like this. In my previous project, I did like this. They will say that please go to your previous company once again, please resign here. Openly, they will tell go to your previous company only then. Why are you here? When you are here in a new company, follow the new company rules, follow the new company working style, accordingly work. You are not a project manager to initiate the change. Am I correct? You are a team member. You have to follow the team instructions. You'll have to follow your manager guidelines. Simple. Okay, similarly, if I say AR, while creating AR or while creating customer invoice, let's say that you got something like customer making partial payments, but system is allowing to enter payment more than invoice value. Is this okay or something is wrong with it?
Something wrong. Yes.
Right? Your customer is making partial payment. Let's say invoice value is 1000. Customer made partial payment. Let's say 3 payments customer made. Payment 1, payment 2, payment 3. Assuming payment 1 is 500, this is 300, this is 200. Total how much? Fully paid or not?
Yes, fully paid.
Fully paid.
Fully paid. Now if system is also allowing you to enter another 300 or another 400, invoice value is 1000. If I'm able to record a payment 1400, is it okay or not okay?
Not okay.
This is not okay. Okay, now your client had come to you or your senior consultant told you, this is what is happening. Can you please check? Can you please check and fix this problem? You should know how to do. Now here, is it related to config? When I tell you this, can you directly go to SAP, go to the configuration, change configuration, or you need to reproduce the issue first? You need to replicate the issue first.
Replication.
Right? You have to
Replicate the
replicate the issue. What you need to do, okay, this is what is happening. First, understand the problem. Then go to system, development system. Enter any one customer invoice. Make these 3 partial payment. And then put the 4th partial payment. See if system is allowing you to enter more than invoice value as a payment. If yes, you understood, okay, what is the problem? What change to be made? Is it a configuration change? Is it user master change? Or is it any other change? You'll have to fix it. If I say no, I don't know, I never come across this, will it work? If I say no, I did not come across this situation in my previous experience, sorry, you please ask somebody who knows this. Is it okay or not okay?
Not okay.
Not okay. You have to sit and work it, explore it. Explore the system, use different tools, whether you use YouTube, Google, now you use it. And then you will see the reality. You will not get any information from any source. Because these are all not configuration, these are all not training content. So you will not get it in Google, you will not get it in YouTube, straightforward. Everywhere you will get bits and pieces information, not complete information that you are looking for. By watching a video, I will solve my problem. By referring a YouTube, Google content, I will do it. Not possible. You need to apply your mind. You need to ensure requirement, problem, scenario you understood. According to the problem, apply the solution. According to the problem, apply the solution. That's it. Simple. How you are applying is what reveals your consulting knowledge, is what reveals your consulting skill set. Similarly, if I take, let's say, cash, assuming your client had created, let's say, new branch is opened and they need a new cash counter. Your client opened a new branch, they need a new cash counter because they're appointing a new cashier there. Then you need to set up a new cash. Then you'll have to do cash journal. You need to know how do I set up cash journal, what information I require, how do I configure it, how do I test it. All these things again you need to understand. Not just the config you will practice, you need to practice config with a practical scenario that you will get it in any project. Similarly, you take a bank. Okay, if you take a bank, let's say new bank account is opened. New bank account is opened. We need to set up in SAP. How will you do? What you will do? Again, you need to understand. Yes or no? Let's say fixed assets. Assuming that asset revaluation is not appearing in asset register, then what you need to do, we need to understand. Like that, we need to know what is happening. Let's say if you take FIMM, okay, for a new plant, cost center error is coming in GRN or invoice. When there is a new plant created, you are getting some error. Then we need to understand what could be the reason, how you will solve this problem. Small things I'm writing, not big ones. If you take FISD, okay, new condition is created for pricing, map accounting entry. How will you do? If they add a new condition for pricing, then how you will map for that new condition accounting entry? Let's say you also have taxation. Let's say government changed tax rate from 12% to 10%. What will you do? Like that, different points will come. Like this, different small points will come in the project, or when you're learning, when you're preparing. You need to make sure whether I'm able to understand this, whether I'm able to guess, okay, this is what I will do in this case. Not straightforward. Tax means tell me the configuration, step number 1 to step number 10, integration step number 1 to step number 5. This will not allow you to gain the knowledge. This will only give you an awareness. Okay, taxation means these are the T code. GL means this is the T code. AP means this is what we need to do. But when you get the requirement, when you get a scenario, whether you're able to understand that requirement, whether you're able to understand that scenario, if you're able to do it from the system or not, that reveals whether you understood the subject or not. Whether you have the knowledge or not is revealed through that. Here you don't need to prove yourself to anybody, not required. No need to prove to anybody, no need to talk to anybody that I know this, I'm doing it, not required. When you talk, people will connect. When you talk, people will understand, because your subject talks. Everybody knows the value of the subject, everybody knows the value of your knowledge, and everybody will give value to it, everybody will give respect to it. Because at the end, when you're in a project, you're not representing yourself, you're representing a company, a brand. So for your project manager or anybody, at the end, there should be no issue, there should be no complaint, there should be no escalation by the user or the client. They want client to appreciate, they want client to say that yes, you are good, doing very good, we are very happy with your team. So it is a teamwork. When you're stuck somewhere, you have your team to help, provided even if they help, even if they give some information, they should feel that okay, if I give some input, he or she can do it. That kind of a confidence at least we should give to the team. Then only somebody will take initiative to help. Otherwise, nobody will help. Everybody will tell, you do not know this also, I already told you last time, why you did not reach out to me if you are stuck somewhere. Different things will come into the picture. And when you understand this point, you need to have your own approach. Okay, this is how things will be there in the project. If I go to a consulting, if I become a consultant, these things will come across. How I will avoid these points. How I need to practice, how I need to prepare, what things I need to know. You don't need to know all the configurations, not at all required. You just need to understand the process, scenario, requirement, how you will act in different scenarios as a consultant. How will you manage? Config, you Google it, nothing wrong in it. In your company itself, you will get so many config documents, because your company is implementing SAP, supporting SAP for so many clients from many years. Any topic within the project, you have so many documentation. Your project manager will get those documents from another project. They will give you the document for what if you are not able to understand. You need to read the document, understand the document, get that logic, apply this in your project. For that, you need to understand, you need to apply your mind. Get the current project requirement, refer the previous similar requirement from other client, and match it, and then apply the solution. If you are unable to do it, Control C, Control V will not work in the SAP consulting, especially FICO consulting. No Control C, no Control V, copy paste will not work. You have to apply your mind, validate whether it is right or wrong, will it work as expected or not, and then do it. That is why in SAP, to do anything, you have three systems, right? Something called development, quality, and then production. Everybody is aware of it.
Yes, sir.
If it is straightforward, anybody can do anything, not required development, quality, right? Why you have to do it in development, and why you need to test it in development, why you have to test it in quality, why you have to move it into production? Because nothing is straightforward. This is customized according to the client process, customized according to the business requirement. So you should realize these points right from the beginning. Not everywhere you can do the config. Can I do any config in quality? Is this possible?
No.
Config
No,
not
sir.
possible. Here, no config. Can I do config in production?
No.
No, sir.
No. You can do config only in development. Development, again, you have two developments, right? One is development 100, one is development 200. In development 200, can I do the config?
No, sir.
No. In 100, I can do the config. From 100 config, what I will do? No config. Here you have to copy config. Am I right? Here you will copy. Here you will import config. Terminology that you are using is also very, very important. Is this correct?
Yes.
Here you will do the configuration. In 200, you will copy the configuration. Quality. In quality, we copy the config or we import the config.
Import.
In quality, you will import the config. In production,
Import.
Import.
in production also, you will be importing the config. The terminology that you are using is also very, very important. Small points, but will add huge difference when you're talking to any project. When you're working in any project, these things will add huge difference. And you'll have to ensure these points you are clearly aware of. When I say these points you are clearly aware, no exception. There are many points in SAP FICO where there are no exceptions allowed. If you do not know, meanings that's it. It's all over. You cannot say any excuses for it. I did not know because when I was learning, nobody told me. In my project, I did not work. These are all excuses. Don't give these excuses. Nobody will accept. Accept honestly that no, I never worked on this. I'm not aware of it. But let me try learning it now. You have to talk in a different way. Don't act something like, sorry, I forgot. I did in last project, but I'm unable to recollect it. Don't act like this. Unfortunately, people try to act it, but they will caught red-handedly. Everybody knows. When you talk something in a different way, one can easily identify he or she is acting smart. They will also act smarter than you. Those who wanted to help will not help. They'll make things more complicated. They want you to prove yourself. And then accept that, okay, I don't know anything. And you have to be very, very careful when you join any project initially. Don't slip your tongue with anybody, because what might happen, let's say I'm joining a project and you're already working in SAP FICO. Definitely you will have different kind of mindset. Okay, this guy doesn't know anything, how he got the job. Then they will ask, okay, how you have, they try to manipulate, they try to add some words in between, create a conversation. Let's go for a tea, let's go for coffee. Ajay, you're doing very good. You're, very good subject and all. And then they might ask, how you learned SAP FICO, Ajay? Then I might, slip my tongue that yes, I learned from Mr. ABC. Possible or not?
Yes, sir.
Because somebody is trying to appreciate you, and then they're saying that you got very good knowledge from where you learned. Because I also have my brother I also have a friend, I also have somebody who wants to learn SAP FICO. And can you please suggest where you learned so that I ask them also to join there? Then you will tell, okay, I joined from Mr. ABCD. And then you will tell, no, he is a new batch is starting now, or I just learned it last year only. I completed my training. You would have told you have 4 years of experience. Info you told that just now I completed my training. Gone? Everything is gone or not? According to them, you are a 4-year experienced FICO consultant. Now you are telling in the flow, I just completed this batch. I just completed my training. You have any control or you have lost the control? Is this a mistake or not a mistake?
Mistake.
Big mistake. Might cause you lose the job. This might cause you lose the job. If that person goes and says to HR or anybody, this guy learnt SAP FICO last month only, 6 months ago, and he showcased 4-year experience, how did you give him job? Now, can you argue in front of project manager or HR that no, I did not tell, he is telling lies? Can you say that?
No.
Yes, no? There are people who lost jobs with these reasons. I have practically witnessed these incidents. I've practically seen these incidents who lost jobs because of these loose tongues. You should have clear-cut understanding in your mind. You should have tuned your mind in such a way, even if somebody is asking, blindly tell, I learnt SAP FICO from Mr. ABC. For you, according to your profile, you're a 4-year experienced candidate. 2025 minus 4, 2021 or 2020. Tell that I learnt SAP FICO in 2020. Even in flow, even if somebody is trying to grab information from you, you don't fall under anyone's trap. If you are smart, nobody can touch you. If you are not smart, you never know where you will fall. You will fall in such a way it is difficult to get up. Don't make certain mistakes. It's not about knowing the configuration alone. It's about knowing different points. It's about preparing yourself in such a way you will be able to stand in any circumstances, in any situation, confidently, with your knowledge, with your subject. That's it. No covering, nothing. Your knowledge, your subject will make you stand confidently in front of anybody. And that will save you in any situation. Right? Like this, you need to have different scenarios which you need to understand. Now, so far, whatever we listed, anywhere is it straightforward configuration? No, right? Unless you know the functionality, can you work on it?
Yes.
If you do not know the functionality, is this possible to straight away open your training material, Google, YouTube, and then work on it? Or you need additional information about every point?
Additional information.
Right? Definitely you require additional information about every point to move forward. Otherwise, you cannot move forward. You'll not be able to do it. And this is what you need to understand. And when you are able to understand these points, then only things will work out. Otherwise, things will not work. When you go to the project, this is how they gave you. Everybody will say they're assigning me different tickets. I'm not able to solve any ticket. Ticket does not mean they want you to create a GL account. Ticket does not mean they want you to create a cost center, profit center. Ticket is something that there might be a problem in the existing process or any other information. Unless you know their process, you cannot solve any ticket. If you are in the implementation rollout, you need to understand their existing business process, corresponding process in SAP, how it works in SAP, how you will map this with this. Config again will not help here. When you know whatever you are learning, how it is applied in a project, how this is applied in a real environment, you can accordingly put your effort. Nobody wants to do a revision after completing the course by rejoining the course, right? Anybody is planning to do that? One go when you're sitting, take sufficient time. If it takes a 6 months, sit for 6 months so that you don't have to come back. You don't have to look back. I missed this. I did not know this. I need to do this. I need to do that. Don't do it. If you try doing it, you will be learning until you retire. You will never get the job. You will continue learning. You will continue getting trained only. But how long you will get it trained? You're not LKG school kid, right? Unless everything is completed, I will go and write the exam. You should know the basics. That's it. And later on, you should apply your own skill set. You should apply your mind. You should apply your logic and then do it. Not necessary. I have to show you everything crystal clear, point to point. No, I will also not show everything. Going forward, once we move further, I will make you understand the scenario, logic, requirement, and then I will start giving assignments. This is the requirement, this is what is required, and then you will work on it. That's how you feel that yes, now I'm able to do it, I'm able to learn it. If I show everything, you watch the recording, you do everything, I'm not teaching you anything there. In fact, you're repeating whatever I'm writing, whatever I'm doing in my class, yes or no? If I show a configuration 5-step, if I want you to practice it, will you be able to do it or not? If I show something in the class, if you follow this, will you be able to do it or not?
You can.
Able to do it, sir.
You'll be able to do it.
Yes, sir.
Because whatever I did, you will go to the same T code, you will go to the same screen. If I put A, you will put B, nothing else. It will work. But if I don't show the config, if I write the requirement, here comes your actual learning, here comes your actual understanding practice. There is nothing in front of you. You only know the scenario requirement, what is to be done, what is the expected output. Now everything is understood. You have self-evaluation to what extent you are able to understand, where you are missing, where you are going blank. Whether you are able to move forward at least one step, it is okay. Because you are in a learning stage. You are understanding, okay, I'm not able to understand anything. I'm forgetting this. I'm doing, but suddenly I'm not able to understand what to do next. I'm getting an error. I don't know how to solve the error. I'm straight away Googling it. You will understand, okay, how you're doing your practice, how you're understanding the system, where you are getting stuck. This is not a physical training where you are coming and sitting in front of me. I am coming, sitting next to you, monitoring, seeing what you're doing, right? Is this such kind of a training? This is online training. I do not know whether you're practicing or not. If you're practicing, whether you're doing practicing right or wrong, I do not know. And practically, I cannot discuss with everybody on a daily basis, your practice is done or not. I'll put simple question. Is yesterday's class clear? Everybody is able to do it. You will tell yes. Then I'll go to the next topic. Unless you take initiative, unless you tell that I'm getting stuck here, I'm not able to understand here, I do not know. I cannot practically open your system and then check whether you really did it or not. You have to be more careful, you have to be more serious about learning SAP FICO, not me. And you have to ensure if you're not able to solve anything, if you're not able to practice anything, we have group for every batch. Each group is completely interactive. As I said, in every batch, there are many working FICO consultants. And there are many people who are learning seriously, practicing whole day. When you get any doubt, when you get any error, put a message in the group, put the screenshot in the group, you will be assisted immediately. Somebody will tell, check this, do this config, give me this screenshot and all, they will discuss. Most of the questions within the group are resolved without my intervention. Still, if any problem is there, then I will solve them, I will explain them in the session. Because practically you cannot expect I will answer each and every doubt that you are all having. You will be discussing internally in the group, and every weekend we will have a doubts clarification session. Accordingly, we will go. Because at the end, you have to learn practically. Because you have to prove practically your knowledge in the market. When you practice, you will get it. When you don't practice, you will not get it. As simple as that. Okay, these are all related to your basic points that you need to remember from each point of view is what I listed. Meaning, don't just look at the config. Look at the config in such a way. With this understanding, you will be able to do it in any project without any difficulty. At the end, your target should be, can I do it in project? Can I perform in my project? After getting the job, can I manage as a FICO consultant properly? That's the only point you question yourself every day. If you feel, yes, I think I'm confident now, good. Otherwise, what you will do, you will end up creating a configuration repeatedly. Over a period of time, what will happen, even if you are sleeping your eyes, even if you are sleeping by closing your eyes, or even if I blindfold you, if I say, tell me in this T code, left side, third field, what is it, you will tell. Right side, fourth icon, what is it, you will tell. Because every field, every screen is registered in your mind. For what? For no reason, for no benefit. When you are putting effort so sincerely, so passionately, put it in a right manner, right approach. Then you will see the result. Otherwise, you will put effort, but you will not see the result because your effort is correct, but your approach is not correct. Many will not get a job because of not practicing, because not that they practiced, but they practiced with a different approach, maybe not the right approach to get a consulting job. Nobody will quit SAP without practicing. Everybody will practice, everybody will put a lot of effort, hard work. But why they quit, why they leave? Because so many reasons. They practiced, but blindly they practiced config. They never understood why they're doing it. They never took the scenarios how they will get in the project, what is expected from them in a project. When they go to the market, what things they need to understand. Whenever you're learning, you need to always understand current market situation. Not long back it was like this, I will learn the same thing. No, it will not work. When you go to the market now, check what is happening in the market, what people are working, what people are expecting, gain those knowledge, gain those points. Then you will see the difference when you go to the market. At the end, you need to get the job. At the end, you need to make a good career. To do this, not so easy. You have to put your effort. I also have to put my effort. Only then result will come. Otherwise, nothing will happen to me. I will get my money. Because you will pay fee, I will get my money. I can easily say, course is completed, all the very best. But you are coming to me assuming some hope on your career, right? You are with a hope, you are with an intention that I will get good knowledge, I will get good content, good subject with which I can change my career, shift my career. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
It is not about money that we are discussing. It is about the knowledge, it is about the career. For you it is a career, for me also it is a career. But tomorrow if something goes wrong, for lifetime you will blame me. He did not teach me properly, I was not aware of these points. If I know this, I would not have joined SAP FICO at all. Quite common. Because at one point of time, we feel helpless. Whatever you want, you will not get anywhere. You will not get anywhere. You will feel that this Google is not helping me. You will feel this YouTube is not helping me. You will feel my friend is not helping me, because they will help you in the basics only. When you're in a project, you talk to people. That's what I repeatedly tell. Talk to people who are working as consultant. Get the reality. Get the real picture of consulting. Then take decisions. Blindly don't say that, okay, this is colorful, this is very good, all this kind of thing. Don't get into it. Be smart and then judge. See if you can really put your effort. If you're really serious about doing hard work, spending time, sitting patiently and all, then only learn SAP FICO. Otherwise, your personal decision. Whatever I have to tell, I will tell. Whether to follow, not to follow, it's your completely individual's personal choice. After that, if you tell, no, you did not tell me, I will openly tell. Everything is in the recorded session, right? I cannot say that no, sorry, I told wrong information. I'm telling openly, it's okay. Even if you think no, he's creating fear, it's okay, nothing wrong in it. You will realize later on. That's it. But it's a career for anybody. At the end, I don't want to be the reason for you to think that okay, I could not make it in SAP because of Ajay. I don't want you to take out my name in that way, because if you're really my friend, if I'm teaching my friend, I don't want to give wrong guidance to my friend. So I will treat everybody as my friend. Accordingly, I will tell. If I treat you as my student, if I treat you commercially, I don't need to tell all this. I can tell things in a different way to attract you. But tomorrow when you talk to me, even a casual discussion, I don't want you to have any point stating you misguided me. You did not tell me this. Because if I'm really planning to help my friend or my closed one, I will definitely not give false information. Am I correct? If you have to guide your friend, your closed one, do you give fake information, false information?
No.
You will give right information, whatever it is. Whether to follow you, not to follow you, it's their problem. You cannot make them do what you want, right? You can only tell this is what the situation, now you decide. If you really think that you can do it, get into it. If not, it's okay. Otherwise, SAP FICO, oh, very good, FICO is very good decision, this is right, suitable to you, join. I'm not going to entertain anybody like this. I will tell openly, now you take a decision, think, talk to different people, accordingly take a decision. If you feel he is creating fear, you can quit. Join some other place where you feel you're confident. At the end, you should feel comfortable. At the end, you should feel confident. Wherever you feel comfortable, wherever you feel confident, please go join there. But make sure only you are responsible for your career. Nobody is going to take any responsibility, because nobody will get any benefit. The moment you make your payment, it's all done, over. So you have to be practical. Be practical. Take decision only after talking to people who are working on SAP FICO or who are related to SAP FICO. Don't blindly believe the words of people who are not related to SAP FICO, who are not working in SAP FICO. It clearly reveals what kind of words you are believing in, whom you are trusting. It clearly believes. It clearly showcases what will be the output. Even before you start, it is clearly written that you will be a dropout in SAP FICO. You've not even paid fees, but it is clearly listed. Because your mindset is different, your effort that you are putting is different, everything is different. If you're really serious about making a career in SAP FICO, your effort should be completely different. Okay. All right. So let me stop this here now. The remaining points we will discuss in the tomorrow's session. Okay. Bye.
Yes.